dealing with angles and angle measures here for Algebra 2. A couple things we got to get down terminology-wise. First off, what is standard position? So the criteria for standard position, the vertex has to be at the origin, so we'll be using x-axis and y-axis with these things. One ray must be on the positive x-axis, and this will be called the initial side. The other ray can be anywhere, and this will be called the terminal side. Now, there's directions that are going to be important here. So when we write this out, notice I've got my y-axis and my x-axis here. Here's my initial side. Here's my terminal side. But I'm giving an arc in there with an arrowhead telling a direction. So in a counterclockwise opening, we have positive degree measures. So it's an approximation. It's not the exact, I get it. But that's about a 120 degree angle. But I know it's positive because of that arrowhead right there. Over here, this is a negative 120 degree angle. I've still got my initial side here on the x-axis. And now I go clockwise with my arrowhead on that. So that's going to be negative. So clockwise direction will be negative degree measures. Counterclockwise will be our positive degree measures. So what I need you to do is pause the notes for a second, and I would like you to draw the following angles. Draw a 215 degree angle, a negative 40, an 80 degree angle, a negative 105, and then a 480 degree angle. Now remember this, please. When we talk here, this would be 0 degrees. If I'm going counterclockwise, 90, 180, 270, and then when I get back to here, it's not 0. I've gone a full circle. So it becomes 360. Likewise, this would be 0. This would be negative 90 going clockwise. Negative 180. Negative 270. And then a negative 360 going in that direction. So keep that in mind as you're drawing those. So as you're looking at them, 215 degree would be positive. There's my initial side going all the way past 180 plus another 35 degrees, 215 degrees. A negative 40 degree initial side, terminal, again, it's the arrowhead direction. That should be a negative right there. 80 degree angle. A negative 105, so I know I gotta go negative 90 and then 15 more clockwise. So there's my negative 105 degree angle. Okay, so now this is where I'm curious as to what you came up with. As I'm looking at this, I got a 480 degree angle to do. So I should know that that's going to be at least one full revolution, one complete circle. So 360 degrees plus another 120. So here's my initial side. So I got to go a full 360 and then another 120. So my terminal side is going to look like this. I drew that one kind of bad. My terminal side is going to look kind of like this, but so somebody's going to say, well, what's the difference between that and a 120 degree angle? It's all about your notation. So what did you do? You went a full circle and then some, and then another 120 degrees. So you start getting that. And now you can see things like this in art. You know, everybody's ever seen those things that make your eyes get all dizzy, circles that keep rotating around. Just a little something there. But this would be a 480, so I've gone a complete revolution. So if I would do, you know, a 720 and I'd get all the way there, I'd have to show myself going all the way around. Okay, coterminal, our next term. Coterminal angles. Two or more angles, got to be in standard position, with the same coterminal side. Two or more angles in standard position with the same terminal side. So, there's a couple ways people look at these things, and you might pick up a little nugget here or there. So feel free to run with it when you do. But let's look here. We need a 410 degree angle. Well, going back from our last example, I know there's a full revolution going on here. So that's definitely 360 degrees plus another 50. Something to keep in mind here. All right. Now this one, I got a negative 310. So a negative 310 goes in clockwise, but it's not quite a full reversal on that. It's 50 degrees short of that. Minus 360, because I need the negative action here. So how would this look if I were going to draw this up? Well, I'm glad you asked. So as I look at all this, there's a lot of stuff based on what? Well, what's a common thread here? A 50 degree angle. That's our common thread. So I will draw my 50 degree angle. But I'm not going to label it right now. So there's my 50 degree angle. I need a 410 degree angle. So what's that mean? Positive, so I'm going counterclockwise. So I'm going a full 360 and then 50 degrees more. So there's 410 degrees. Oops. 410 degrees, that's better. Well, what else do we need? We need a negative 310. A negative 310, so that starts here and goes clockwise. And what do they both have in common? They both stopped on that terminal side. So all those angles have the same terminal side. So again, you'll be able to conclude a few things here with these. So let's look. We need to find two angles with a positive and negative measures that are coterminal with the following. All right. I didn't ask you to draw in this one, although you're more than welcome to, maybe to get a little visual of what you're doing. So let's look at it. Two angles that are positive and negative with that, well, I need a 130 degree angle. Oops, give me a different color. Let's try this. So there's my 130 degree angle, it's positive. So now I need two angles that have the same terminal side here that are positive and negative. So I'm going to take 130 minus 360, and I'm going to take 130 plus 360. Minus 360 plus 360. So let's look. So here's my full 360 and then 130 degrees more. Right there. Gosh darn it. That's better. 490 degrees. Then I'm going to take it and go in the opposite direction. So we'll go clockwise, and it's only going to go to right there. Negative 230 degrees. So let's look at this negative 200. So what are we going to do? I'm going to take negative 200 plus 360, negative 200 minus 360. So we'll get a 160 degree angle there, and we get a negative 560 degree angle there.